Hey, so before I begin this video, there's a few things I want to add. Firstly, Mario Strikers came out just today, so I'll definitely be playing that on my Twitch. So go to my Twitch, watch that. And also, there's going to be a little football shirt giveaway. I don't really know how many shirts or what shirts they are yet. I'm trying to work with the specific league right now to help me out there. But also, I want to throw in some Vietnamese shirts and just whatever else I can think of. Nothing's entirely official yet. I'll probably mention the giveaway again in another video when things are a lot more concrete. But for right now, you can still sign up. In the description below, there'll be a Google form. Just fill it out, and you'll enter into the little giveaway.
Number 5. 4.
5.
Yo!
Close the stream. Close the stream. Was goated. Good choice.
4. Come on, it's over. Come on.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
We're at 3.
Oh my god.
Yo!
Oh my god.
I was here 100k pod.
No, dude. I don't know if people still do these types of videos where they just sit in front of a camera and thank their viewers for whatever milestone. And to be honest, I don't really care. This is probably the best way I can really show how grateful I am for this. But obviously, to start this video off, I just want to say thank you for 100,000 subscribers. For the longest time, I have wanted this. I have dreamt about hitting 100,000. Like, actually physically dreamt about this. Only to wake up and see my number at, I don't know, like 400 subs, 1,000 subs, all those types of different numbers. But never did I actually believe that I could hit a number like this. People in the past would tell me that I'd be big and that I'd hit 100k one day, and I really could never believe them. It wasn't until pretty much the beginning of this year that I did. And I've been that pessimistic throughout pretty much my entire journey of trying to become a YouTuber. I remember the first time I ever talked to someone about wanting to become a YouTuber, I had this goal of, or I had this dream of hitting like 1 million subscribers. And then I immediately followed that message up with the fact that, it's probably not gonna happen. I mean, obviously we're not at 1 million, and to be honest, kind of like the 100k pessimism, I can't see 1 million right now, man. But you know, despite all this pessimism and everything, I've known since pretty much the first week that I got introduced to YouTube by my dad that it's what I wanted to do. It's what I wanted to become. I've never wanted something more in my life, and I have taken many risks. I mean, one thing that you should never do is put your eggs into one basket, especially as a college kid, especially when you're going into a field like content creation, which isn't exactly the most reliable sources of income, especially starting out. But it's seemingly been working out for me, and I couldn't be more grateful, and it is because of you guys that I am able to just wake up in the morning and just create content. It's the dream. It's been the dream for however many years, and it's just an amazing feeling, man. Throughout this decade, I have faced so much disappointment and so many failures. I think one of the main ones that comes to mind is the FIFA World shutting down incident. All the way back in 2014, I was starting to kind of grow a little bit of an audience through this game called FIFA World, and I'll make a video about it actually. I want to make a video essay, kind of like the NASCAR video, but with FIFA World. But you know, I was seeing growth like 10 plus subs every day, which was pretty sick as like a 13-year-old child. But then FIFA World, which was basically a free game created by EA. Yeah, I know, not exactly the two words you'd expect in the same sentence. But the day FIFA World shut down and the views went down and honestly just the channel went back into irrelevancy, it just felt like the dream was dead already after like less than a year. I went through career mode content for the next couple of years, only ever really saw maybe 1,000 views on a video twice, and I took a break after that because it was just career mode content, the same video over and over again basically. And then I came back from the hiatus after like a year or two, where I was just creating little projects here or there. They may be unlisted, they may not be nowadays. But then there was March 2019 where I created that Colorado video, which yes, is very funny that that is the first video on my channel. Because trust me, the direction that you're seeing right now with this channel was not exactly what I was eyeing in March of 2019. Also, that video was a promposal. I don't think many people know that. It was a failed promposal, by the way. And then months later, while depressed in a Colorado college dorm room, I just decided to create content again because I wanted to escape those negative thoughts. And I never thought it would turn into anything like I've seen today. It started with career mode content. That was enjoyable for a good amount of time. I really enjoyed my time just being in that community, meeting new people. And then after a couple years of career mode, I transitioned to football content, and that transition period was by far one of the toughest periods as a content creator that I've ever faced. It's really hard to keep going, even if what you're making is something that you enjoy making. When the views keep going down, the sub growth is constantly going down every single week. It was hard, man, because I had like 6,000 subscribers, and I just felt like I was throwing all of that away. I felt like I was throwing away a dream, basically, here. My last-ditch effort to achieve this dream also. But I don't know, things just kind of worked out. The US video essay was what really kicked it off, and I mean, here we are, I guess. It's amazing, man. It really is. To think that I was at 6,000 subscribers just last year, and now we're at 100,000, I would have never seen that happening. Never. So after that 100K stream, I went outside, and I quite frequently do this in all honesty. Every once in a while during the month, I'll just go outside, put my earbuds in, and listen to this Spotify playlist that I named Look to the Stars. Kinda cringe, I know. Also, the playlist is still very much in the works. It's nowhere near done. But I like just being able to go outside, listen to this music, look up at the night sky, because it feels like I can just slow down time for a bit. When you're a content creator, or really just anyone, it can feel like life goes by way too quick. Especially with content creators, when you're looking at the sub counts, the views, how your videos are doing, all these different things are processing through your mind. And because of that, sometimes I feel like I don't appreciate what I have in front of me already. So what I like to do is just go outside and pretty much just slow down time, and just appreciate everything. My friends, my family, you, all of you. I've come close to tears in all honesty, because I am a relatively emotional person. Like, I can't lie, man. Every time I think about where it started and where I am now, yeah, it's hard to hold back tears sometimes. But 100K, I couldn't hold back tears, man. It was 2 a.m. in the morning. I was trying not to wake up my parents. But I was just bawling my eyes out, man. Because I've wanted this all my life. I'm living the dream that I have dreamt for more than a decade. And it is because of all you guys. You guys let a little kid in my heart live the dream that he's always wanted. Ever since he was just a 7-year-old child watching video game walkthroughs where people were literally just recording their DS's with their cameras because screen recorders didn't exist. Also, there must have been a sign that 100K was gonna happen a few days ago, because I genuinely thought I was gonna have to wait like 2 more weeks. Goddamn Nikki Zafania announced a North American tour. And October 5th is Charlotte. I don't really know anyone else in my area that listens to Nikki. But you know what? I still bought the meet and greet ticket. So although 100K is by far the best day of my entire life, October 5th is a close top 5, I'd say. But anyways, before I get into this whole like thank you list I have here, I just wanted to say that because there's no particular 100K special, I will say that there's a couple working projects. Me and Jem, and I'm thinking about getting some other YouTubers into this as well, we're just gonna be watching every single football anime. Every single one of them. And we're gonna be either ranking them or just grading them and talking about them, all that kind of stuff. It's gonna be some really cool bunched up video. Very similar to like those, I guess, like anime video essays that people make. I don't know. It's something new, and it's something I'm really excited to get into. Although it's gonna be a project that'll take a good amount of time, because it takes a while to watch things, you know? And then, of course, you know, the one thing that everyone has wanted me to do since the day it's been released, basically, San Marino Episode 2. Here's the thing. I do want to create it, and I'll have to dig through some of the files that FIFA sent me all the way back to continue that series. And as long as I can find those, I just have to buy like a bigger hard drive, because recording FIFA videos takes a lot of my file space, man. But once that's out of the way, San Marino Episode 2, hopefully sometime this year, okay? That's all I'm gonna say. Like I said before, I have a little thank you list here, so I'm just gonna go through it, man. My first thank you goes to basically all the way back to where it all began, the FIFA World days. Davey, James, Giannis, and Exos. These were the guys who made me feel like I was in a proper community. It was the first time that I was ever able to embrace with other content creators. And I knew something was special about it because I never wanted this type of community to just escape from me. I'm still friends with every single one of these guys. They're not exactly content creators anymore, but they're achieving amazing things, and I'm so proud of them. This is a very odd one, but a thank you to Virginia Tech for rejecting me all the way back in 2019. I was able to refine my passion for content creating and not waste over $30,000 out of state. So thank you. A big thank you to Misscraft. During the times when I had fallen out of content creation, I was helping this guy edit his stop motion videos. I was basically the graphics dude, and it was a really fun time. I just learned how to do motion graphics, learned how to improve them, all kinds of stuff like that. And there's some banger videos on that channel. A big thank you to Misscraft for allowing me the opportunity to help him. And because of him, really, I fell back in love with just video editing, and that's what drove me back to content creating at one point or another. Big thank you to FIFA. He was one of the first people to recognize me in the career mode scene, and he shouted me out, and because of that shout out I went from like 60 subs to 120, which back then was insane to me, especially as a little depressed college kid. Insane. He's also allowed me the opportunity to edit some of his trailers, and in return I would get some shout outs out of that. Because of one of the trailers, I made it all the way to 2,000 subs. I grew like 1,000 subs in 1 month, which I had never seen before in my life. A big thank you to FIFA. He's a legend. Absolute legend. Another dude that I met in the FIFA career mode scene very early on that's doing different things and achieving amazing things and will achieve even greater things now that Nottingham Forest are in the Premier League. Rads. David. I cannot wait for this man to succeed even more and see those views pop in once Nottingham Forest announce their kits and, you know, play their first match in the Prem again. Thank you to Monterey Jake. He's not exactly in the career mode scene anymore, but he was huge and just encouraging me every single day pretty much. There's a lot of messages of just optimism and compliments that I will never forget from this guy. Big thank you to Cutsy, by the way. One time I just messaged him on Twitter. I didn't really think much of it, but he complimented my video and then shouted it out on Twitter, where I gained like 400 subs or something like that. And since that shout out, I haven't seen a day below 100 views. So big thank you, Cutsy. Thank you to B-Monus for being one of those people who just gave me some words of encouragement when I first started out. And also a big thank you to Eric Erd, who gave me a lot of tips and tricks in editing and made me a lot more efficient in how I edit. Shout out to the Vietnamese legends, Quan and Daryl. Both are amazing at analyzing the game on Twitter, and I'm glad to call them friends. Special thanks to Rich Lay. He's given me so many words of great, incredible advice. It's because of Rich that I really prioritize my mental health over everything else, so a big thank you to him. A big thank you to Football Iconic. He's helped me a ton, and yet again, like I said before, man, big years ahead of us. Honestly, just a big shout out to everyone else that I've met throughout pretty much the entire journey. And hell, I've met some people in the NASCAR community. Shouts to Raw Gator. My boys at the Tough Collective will definitely be streaming a lot more in the summer, don't you worry. Shouts to Patrick, Fletcher Jet, Strut, The Motor Drive, Kane, Emil, Jordan, Jeff, all of them. I love you guys. Massive shouts to Jem, Wolfie as you may know him. This guy is the ultimate hype man for anyone, really. There is not a single man I could think of that deserves more love than Jem, and I truly mean that. He's one of the coolest dudes I've met on YouTube, and a lot of the advice that he's given to me, I have basically recited to multiple other YouTubers, so his impact is huge. Absolutely huge. Big shouts to Brandon BCHD. I couldn't ask for a better friend in this community. He's been through the ups and the downs. He's always encouraged me, helped me improve my thumbnails, which you now see today. He's the reason why there are more videos than just the video essays. He's the one who gave me that idea. Brandon's been gone in the scene for a bit, but he's gonna be back, and I know he's got a fire in his heart, and I cannot wait to see what he achieves. I guess the biggest shout out in terms of creators, though, is the one that has helped me the most. Goddamn f***ing Niren. Niren has been there since 60 subscribers when I emailed him one day. I don't really know how this happened, but I got lucky. He shouted me out multiple times. I've asked him so many times, and I genuinely feel bad, and he could easily say no, but he never does. He's just so much of a legend, man. He helped me jump to 1,000, helped me jump to 5,000, helped me gain 500 new viewers during my transition period. That really helped. He's featured on this channel before. All these different things, man. Absolute fucking legend. I can never repay him for everything that he's done, so what I can do in turn is just help other smaller creators that want to be as big. Here's the more personal contacts. All my friends, a big thank you to every single one of you guys. For some reason, these guys just always fucking tell other people about how I'm a YouTuber and shit. And that's like the craziest thing to me, because I've looked up to them for years on end, and I still do. I know it's a bit of a reoccurring theme, but yes, they were there during the ups and the downs. I feel like the milestones are even more special when I celebrate it with these guys, because they've been there since the very beginning. One of my friends all the way back in fall 2019 said I'd hit 1,000 subscribers, and I never believed her. And look where we are now, man. Of course, I can't just forget about my parents, right? They're the ones who have believed in me more than anyone else. Of course, this is a dream, and I've wanted to do this all my life, but another motivator is just being able to be independent, not have my parents worry about me, and even help them in the future. I really hope I can do that. So Mom, Dad, I love you. I know this list has gone on for so f***ing long, but here is the finale. Thank you so much to every single one of you. I don't care if you're an OG or you've just come from the most recent video where I just talk about how PK is now in a relationship with the queen. I love every single f***ing one of you, man. There's a reason why this has been a dream for so long, and I always get reminded of it when I look at the comments and read the messages that I get on Instagram and Twitter, which, by the way, I definitely need to be better at responding to those. I watch videos all the time. I get inspired all the time, and to read these comments and messages about how I'm making people's days better, inspiring them to go into content creating. I even get messages about people who don't even care about the sport that watch my videos, which is insane to me. I've watched some of my favorite creators meet some of their viewers, and that's something that I've dreamed about, but again, never thought that would actually happen. And I've met so many people this year alone, and I can't wait to meet more and more people, just these random encounters. I love them, man. I love them. Whenever I do go outside and look up to the stars, I really think about that sub count, the current sub count I'd have at that moment. And I just remind myself that behind every single number, whether it's a sub or a viewer or anything like that, that's a person with their own unique personality, their own endeavors, everything. And that's just one of the coolest things that anyone could ever just process through their minds, man. So like I said before, man, it is because of every single one of you that we have hit this milestone, that I am seeing a video nearing 1 million views. All these different amazing achievements, it's because of you guys that helped me on this journey, that have helped me live the dream that I've wanted to dream for so many years. I genuinely cannot wait for the future. We're literally just halfway through this year. The World Cup hasn't even happened. I'm just so excited for the future, man. I'm just excited in general. I've never been more happy in my life. And I know obviously there's going to be more challenges ahead, but right now, man, I'm just drinking it all in. And I'm just so grateful. So to close off this video, I just want to say to everyone, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart, man. And as I said previously in the 10K video, this is only the beginning. We're gonna hit so many more milestones, man. I am so excited. But until then, I'll see you guys.